why are we encouraged to talk about your body's sign language? Well, that's because we know how to fulfill the body's needs based on its sign language, because we're using what the body was designed to have to regenerate and heal itself. So I love NeoLife because I like to say it is bulletproof integrity in nutrition. Now, I have never found anything else that comes even close to the reputation, the quality, and the efficacy of these products. And I'm helping people all the time that are taking expensive things, that are looking for things. And what's amazing about this company is they are meticulous in their quality, their purity, their potency, and their verifiability goes from the seed stock all the way to the number on your bottle of your product. You don't have to have a big question mark on, oh, what's in this? Is it going to help me or is it going to hurt me? The farming is beyond organic, which is becoming so important today in the toxic world that we're living in. We see that the world is struggling because we're not getting enough synthetic fertilizer from Russia. Food supplies are being disrupted from wars. This is a time where we have to get back to regenerative nutrition, and that starts with regenerative farming and socially responsible practices. So I also love NeoLife because in our focus to end the trends, we don't just tell people to pop supplements. We are teaching people how to have healthy lifestyles. We are giving people so many educational tools, especially like you're going to hear today. How can you listen to your own body? But we have mindset, exercise, rest, hydration, environment. All these things are important, but nutrition is really the thing that you have to get right, because most people are getting that wrong. And if you don't get it right, you can't rest well, you can't recover from exercise, but you can't have a healthy mind, nothing. So it's vital for our every aspect of health and for our regeneration, which I love this concept, regeneration, because it just means your body is rebuilding and renewing itself every day. And NeoLife provides regenerative nutrients for regenerative health. Now, supplementation, going back a long time, is a proven solution. We know that the nutrient quality in crops just from 1950 to 1999, we're over 20 years past that now, was dramatically lowered over time. And disease has gone up, and there's been countless studies on nutrients. As a matter of fact, for every one drug that is backed by a study out there, and then that drug ends up being off the market after too long, there's hundreds of studies on different nutrient families. Now, what's amazing about NeoLife is we have studies on our products, which are whole food nutrient families. Now, we also live in a world where supplementation is dangerous because not all products are created equal. These are just some recent articles from Harvard, from Consumer Reports, about the FDA finding hidden drugs in nearly 50 dietary supplements, including the ones on Amazon. When you go on Amazon to buy something and you see that, oh, this is the #1 seller, Amazon recommends this, including organic brands, some of those ones had toxic ingredients in them or didn't, and they were under recall. So even of the best 6 supplements in the world, if you look on the right there was a study where they tried to find the best 6 ones after they got rid of the ones that had lead and didn't have the ingredients that were on the label. They said, okay, these must be the 6. We'll give them to stage 4 cancer patients and see how it helps them. And it actually made it worse. It increased their cancer count. So we cannot afford to not question what we're putting in our mouth with our food or our supplements. You have to know the company. You have to know the quality. Organic brands even have this problem. There's 2 studies done that showed that plant-based and even collagen proteins, which are so popular now, from the plant and the animal realm, even the organic ones, especially the organic ones, had lead, cadmium, BPA, all kinds of toxic things in there. These are very recent studies, 2018, 2020. So even just organic is not enough. It's a marketing area right now. So I'm going to give you some criteria that we use, and keep in mind, this criteria is what NeoLife meets. Third-party verification, beyond organic standards, made from whole human foods, assimilation into your cells, which is bioavailability, pharmaceutical or therapeutic grade licensing, which means what's on the label has to be in the product, human clinical proof that it helps you and it doesn't harm you, practitioner tested and peer reviewed in medical literature, and we're time tested. Our company's been in operation for over 5 years. As a matter of fact, we've been in operation for over 5 decades. We've been in operation for well over half a century, 64 years now. So NeoLife exceeds the quality standards for purity, potency, and consistency of every major regulatory authority in the world, whether that's Japan or New Zealand or countries that are even better than America, like Uganda. When I was visiting Uganda, they have higher European standards than we do in the US. We follow this blueprint. having teams, not what I call lone gurus, but teams of scientists and doctors that have incredible reputations, like Dr. Arthur First. They create whole food-based cellular nutrition, non-GMO with full traceability from farm to table, clinically proven in human clinical studies, and so on and so forth. We go from the farm to the table, and we also make it affordable for people by cutting out all the middlemen. And so that is helping people do things like, helping the 90% of people who don't get enough fruits and vegetables, people that are not getting the most important nutrients from whole grains, which was shown in a 27-year global study to be the #1 nutrient that we're missing and also the leading cause of death. And speaking of whole grains, we have one of the most amazing things you're going to hear about here shortly. So I'm not going to spend too much, but just look at this study. I'm just going to highlight the studies here. There was a study done on these whole grain lipids and sterols, and it showed that it improved nutrient utilization efficiency there in the middle, which just means it's the most important thing you could take because it helps you get the most out of your food and your vitamins, but overall growth and development and for heart health. These help build human hormones and help make your cells healthy. I'm going to move on to another study. This was done on omega-3s. All 8 omega-3s when combined, so not just the ones from plants, not just EPA and DHA from krill. We're talking about all 8 together in a salmon oil that's tested for over 200 toxins. And that helps lower inflammation, for example, by nearly 2/3 in 8 weeks, which is incredible. There's not a drug out there that does that, and this only has side benefits. Absolutely phenomenal. My wife can take this while she's pregnant. We don't have to worry about our little baby in her womb. What about your antioxidants, your immune system? Well, NeoLife also has the most important immune product in the world, which was studied by not us, the USDA and the CDC did the study, and they found that it built people's immune systems by nearly 40% in less than 3 weeks. So I just asked myself, why didn't our country, our NIH, our CDC, who knows this information, say 3 weeks to boost everybody's immune system instead of 2 weeks to flatten our economy and 2 weeks to flatten our health? I don't know, but we can tell people about this, and we have the ability to do so with the authority that goes beyond just how it made us feel. This will do the job. Very important. What about protein? Biologically complete. This is an important term. People are not getting complete amino acids, which is the foundation of building everything in your body. So you want all the amino acids, you want enzymes, you want a certain amount of protein to get adequate amounts. You want all 5 families of fiber. You want the ones for building muscle and keeping muscle, healthy fats. You want less sugar than half an apple, which obviously everybody can eat a half an apple. Whole fruit antioxidants. You want flavonoids, not just individual things like quercetin. You don't want isolates. You want digestibility. We have the highest score in the world. And you want a bunch of vitamins and minerals. So this is a whole meal. It's not just merely a protein shake. And of course, it's beyond organic, GMO-free with nothing in there. So those are just some of the core studies and some of the core products why we love NeoLife that we'll go into. I also love NeoLife because we start with core nutrition, and then we have targeted solutions for specific needs. And that's how we help people. So we can fill all of the dietary gaps. We can help people get complete probiotics, so on and so forth.